Hey everyone, I'm Alison and you're watching Long Island Thrifter. Today I'm heading to Lindenhurst, so let's go thrifting. Today I'm visiting the Four Leaf Thrift Store in Lindenhurst at 634 Wellwood Avenue. They have two thrift stores. One is on Sunrise Highway in Copiague, and this is their larger one in Lindenhurst. It is fantastic. I love this shop so much, and you will too. I started wandering around the toy area, and I don't know why, because I don't collect or buy toys for resale, but I was checking out some of the prices, and everything is very reasonable. I saw this. This is an actual Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader lunchbox slash game inside, which when I opened it and I started looking at stuff, yes, I threw everything on the floor. I picked it up, put it back in. There are a lot of these for sale online, so don't pick them up. I did not. And they range in price from like $5 to $7, but no sold comps. There, I found another one on the floor and I put it back into the box. But everything is very nicely displayed, and they do have everything wrapped up. And I saw this little tiny thing that looked like a collectible for $1.99, but was it missing its bottom? I don't know. I did find one sold comp for it for $10.87, so good price in the store. I think you'll find all of the prices very reasonable in here, and it was so refreshing not to be in like a Savers or a Goodwill where everything seems to be so sky high. And I try and avoid those stores. I try to go to the smaller ones, and I really like this Four Leaf a lot. I know I will be back. It's not far from where I live, so you should go check it out because I think you'll love it. I'm just wandering a little bit more and seeing what's around. I noticed this is a music box, a ballerina music box, and it's $2.49. Again, prices are very reasonable. I found a couple selling online, one for $10 and another for $14.50. So yeah, you can't beat that. And another for $22, which I don't think that person's going to sell that. I think that's going to stay. But $2.49 at the store is a good deal. Definitely. I did not find any sold comps on that on eBay. There's a lot of clothing. So for all of you clothing people, come here. There's t-shirts. Everything's organized really nicely too. Lots of t-shirts, lots of kids clothing, lots of regular clothing. I have to tell you, for all of you people that were always at the AMVATs, which I can't stop talking about it because it's not around anymore, but for all the people that went to the AMVATs, you're going to find nicer clothing here and also around the same pricing. So those were really good deals. This is a centigrade outerwear, like sweater jacket, I would call it, and it's 100% wool. And it's only $8.99, which I think is a great deal. I did find one on eBay selling for $30, but no sold comps. And they did drop the price on that one on eBay. There's definitely some good prices, but we're in that transition of winter to spring. So I think some of these things are, not going to sell right away. But for $9 here in the shop, that's something I would definitely get for next fall. I mean, I'm one of those people that really thinks ahead. Plan ahead, people. Always plan ahead. There's, like I said, a lot of kids clothing here. So if you're looking for your family, there's a lot to see and a lot to find, and really good quality stuff. I looked over and I noticed these Sanita black clogs that are in fair condition. I mean, they have a little bit of wear on the bottom, but for $4.99, that's not a bad deal at all. And those are great shoes to wear. I did find two sold comps for $35 each. So yeah, for $5 here, you can't beat that at all. There's pillows. There's a lot of decorative things for your home, your new apartment. There's bags. Always check out the bags. You never know what you'll find. This was a little too worn for me, but then they have an art room. I'm so excited about this. This was so great, and I love looking at art and seeing what's out here. And I kind of stumbled upon something that I wish I had bought. I don't remember how much these are, but there's a pair of Robert Ferber 12 months of flowers, and these are 2 of the months, but when you look online, they consistently sell like all the time. And this is just like from the beginning of March and February. So look out for those. And then over here, I was checking out some of the hats. I know there's a lot of people that follow me that ask about all the stuff that they have in a store. Yes, they have hats, they have bags, they have scarves, they have belts. I mean, oh my, they have everything you would want to check out. So definitely come to Four Leaf and see what they have. And then they pointed out that they just renovated their fitting room, which is super adorable. So I had to go check it out. It's down in the back, and it's newly renovated, and it's got good lighting, ladies. We all know how the lighting in fitting rooms are. This has got good lighting. You'll look great. Then after that, I had to check out what was going on behind the register and under the register with all the jewelry, because again, I've got a lot of people that follow me and ask, do they have costume jewelry and other jewelry? Yes, they have all of it. So you will enjoy this very much. Some of their stuff has been depleted because people have been coming in and buying, but they're constantly replenishing everything. They've got a lot of stuff to go through. So you will enjoy this as much as I did. Over in this case, there were all the little doodads and knickknacks and stuff that you don't want to leave out that could break. A lot of brooches. Has everyone noticed that the brooch is back? I have. I'm going to do another video on that, I think, a separate one. There were some wallets up here, super cute, and some bracelets and necklaces, and oh my, more stuff. I think I spent an hour or so in here just wandering around because I do get that kind of calm. It really relaxes me to be in a shop, a thrift store. Then I looked down here and I was fascinated by some, I don't know if these were actually real gold or not, but they were really nicely displayed, and there's some really good pieces down here. Then I saw what I'm calling the Emerald City champagne glasses, because that's what they look like to me. Don't you agree? That emerald green. I did find a pair selling online for $99 that looked similar to that, but I don't know how much they were in the case. And then I loved this apple. It says marble. It could be alabaster. I love alabaster, not just because it's so pretty, but because I love the word alabaster. Similar ones have sold between $12 and $14, and then there's someone who put one up for $30. It's not going to sell for that, buddy, so don't try it. There was some more stuff over here that was enjoyable to look at. There's some nice sneakers. Those were in beautiful condition. And down here were like steel-toed boots for construction. Those are good sellers, by the way. I have sold a couple pairs in my eBay store, and some more purses, Michael Kors. Then behind the counter, look at those Singer sewing machines. Those are beautiful, beautiful. And then so adorable. I love those dogs so much. These tables were only $17 each for the end tables, and then $25 for the coffee table. I mean, again, if you are moving into an apartment, this is a great place for you. And I love these bowls. These remind me of like a real chef's kitchen type mixing bowls. And all of them added up to $12 for the set of 4, with the largest one being $5.99, but the smallest one being like $1.49. So that's a really good deal, I thought, for $12 for all of those. I did find one that sold, and it was only a 3-piece set for $25. So I think this is a good deal in here. Then I found Jack Skellington just sitting on the shelf, and I think he was only 99 cents. So if you're looking for some Halloween stuff for later in the year, come and take a look. There's a lot of glassware here. That's my kryptonite. And then I saw this. Okay, this is the best of the set of 4 because they were in the dishwasher. There's dishwasher damage. Terrible. A set of 3 I found selling for $30.40, but no sold comps on that particular pattern. But look, Don't put your old vintage pieces in the dishwasher. Otherwise, they will really get ruined. And then for someone who collects all of their old yogurt glasses, these are great. They were only 49 cents. They are great for votives. You know, put some little candles in there and you've got some nice decor, some ambiance, if you will. A&W root beer mugs. I do like these. They were $4.99 each, I believe. So $5, and there's 4 of them. So that's $20. 2 sold for $18 online, and a set of 4 for $50. So not bad. And they do have some sales all the time here in this shop. I like these floral etched Pilsner glasses. I thought they were very pretty. Really nice. $1.49 each. I think there were 5 of them here, if I'm counting correctly. And then when I checked online, I found a set of 3 that were similar that are selling for $24.99, and a set of 4 that actually sold for $30. So $1.49 each is a pretty good deal for those Pilsner glasses. And there's Spider-Man. He's always around. The mugs and glassware are my thing, but I did leave Spidey behind. I figured there was probably a kid who would want him for 99 cents. That was a good deal. And then I came down, there's electronics and there's some sportswear and things like that. And then I found the record shop, and it's so great. I just love the old 45s and the LPs, all the things I grew up on, and they're so much fun. They did a great job. I think Eddie, one of the owners who designed this whole back area, did a beautiful job on it. And it just feels so good to see all these wonderful records and know that people are buying them and they are listening to LPs on record players again, because it does sound so much better. I mean, you really can tell the difference. And then they have a jukebox, which is so fantastic. And you can play anything you want. It's already got quarters in it, so you don't have to worry about, rustling for change. But look at the walls. Look how pretty that looks. Some great artists up there. There's DVDs, there's CDs, there's tons of books, there's some magazines, and you could sit down in a little chair and then read homespun Christmas crafts if you want to. There's some really cool pieces. There were a couple magazines that were like sweater making from the 70s. Oh, fantastic. You will love this so much. And then over here, you'll see all the pricing for all the media. And yes, folks, there are video games. I know there are a lot of you out there that are looking for those too. This is an old soda maker. It's funny, online they also say it's for whipped cream, but I don't remember ever making that when I was a kid. It was always seltzer water. Something similar was selling for like $20, but the one in the store was definitely vintage. And then this is an old Woolton snowflake pan. And you can do, I think, cake pops. That was very late 90s, kids. I didn't get on the cake pop craze at all. I like K-pop, but not cake pops. This one is $1.99, and online one sold for $5. Come check out Four Leaf. You'll love it. Thanks for watching Long Island Thrifter. If you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to like this one next. Keep on thrifting.